is Tia. I'm with the Bartholomew County Public Library, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make your very own butterfly bookmark. So for this craft, it's really simple. All you'll need is some glue. I have some washable glue here. Some coloured paper. Now the only two colours that you really are required is black for the antenna and green. And the wings and the body of the butterfly can be whatever you want them to be. So because it's close to Mother's Day, I've chosen red and pink. You'll also need a ruler or a meter stick, whatever you want to call it, to measure out the paper for when we cut it. So you will require some scissors. And if you really want to as well, you can also get some coloured crayons or acrylic paints to also decorate your butterfly. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to cut our body of our butterfly down to size. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to measure out 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres for the body. And we're going to cut that into a square. Now it doesn't have to be a perfect square since we are going to be cutting it later too. Besides, we're just doing this because we just want to have fun. So that, and we really don't want to use tacos or receipts or whatever you normally use for a bookmark. So now I'm going to cut the paper down. Okay, now that we have our 15 by 15 square, what we're going to do is we're going to take the top half and we're going to fold it down to the bottom half, like this. And then we're just going to fold it in half. Now, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, so any little ledges like this, like kind of what's happened there, you can just cut them down. So I'm going to go in with the scissors and just cut it down again. There we are. Perfect triangle. Now what you want to do is you want to take this corner and you're going to fold it up to the top right here. So like so. So we're making another square, so like this. And you're going to do the same to the other side. You're going to fold it up like that. And you do want them to touch in the middle too, if possible. And then just fold along the crease. So we have two smaller triangles making up a big square. Now you want to fold it out. So now we have one big triangle. And where you can see that we folded along the square, we're going to take this top part here and we're going to fold it down like so. So now we kind of have a pyramid shape. Now what you're wanting to do is we're going to take this edge and we're going to fold them over this middle part here. So we're going to, almost like you're tucking in a blanket almost. So this part can be a little bit tricky, but if you just give it some time, you should be good. And just make sure to fold it. There we go. So like so. So now on the other side, like I said, it's just like tucking someone into bed, I guess. We're just tucking in the blanket. That's what we're doing to this. We're tucking that little edge in. There we go. Okay. So now we have our outer wings on the bottom here. Now what we want to do is want to give our butterfly a background, and this is why I suggested green, because what do butterflies like to land on? Grass, green, plants, things, green. So we're going to want to take our square and we're going to lay it against the green like this. So you can see where I cut out earlier. We're going to lay it against the green and we're going to cut out that square. So I'm going to mark it with my pencil where the corner is so I know exactly where to cut to. So there you can see kind of where I've made my mark. And then we're just going to go up and across. And this is going to make the background of our butterfly. Now again, it doesn't have to be a perfect cut since we can always cut it down to size, same with the wings. So there we go. So now we have our background. Now here is where we get our glue. Now I'm just using just some craft glue. You can get this anywhere pretty much. Now I am going to glue along the inner edge here. Now you don't want to glue this bottom part down. We only want the top part here to slide the background into. So you can get a big glob of glue like what I just did, and carefully we want to get our background and kind of just smooth it around. So we've got a big thing of glue there. Maybe just wipe it off as well. Maybe just wipe it off. There. So we've got a nice thick even layer of glue. And we're going to tuck that into here. So just like a napkin. Slide that down into here. I can already feel that glue drying. There we go. Okay. Alright, now you can see that green edge there. Like I said, you don't have to cut it perfect because we can just go in and cut it again. But you just want to make sure that it's all the way in. So that way we have our nice background. Like that. So we're going to cut along this top part here just to make it straight. There we go. See? All perfect. All nice and straight edge on the back there. Okay. Now, time to make our butterfly wings. Or the inner wings, I should say. So, really you only need just like a small little strip. So I'm going to cut a strip out of this. Now I tend to make them ovals, as you saw with my other bookmark, but you can also make them into different shapes. But what I would advise doing is cutting a long strip and then folding over the top like this, so when you cut it you get two wings at once. So I'm gonna, and again it doesn't have to be perfect since you can always cut it down to size when we're gluing it on. So now we have our first set of wings. There we go. They almost look a little bit like rabbit ears. And then we just snip in the middle. There we go. So now we're going to get the top halves of our wings, and we're going to glue them onto the red here. So like I said, I'm going to go with a pinkish kind of Mother's Day theme here. Not too hard, so it's not sticky. Okay. Now we just shimmy that into place and do our other side. Alright, so it's not exactly perfect, but again, you can always go in and overdo the top here, but we have our two wings. And now we'll get our bottom wings. So for the bottom wings, you just fold it over again. And then you just cut out just some smaller wings. Oh, look at that. It almost looks like a little love heart. Which I hope everyone has been doing well in these trying times. Like so. So we have our first butterfly wing there on that edge. Now we go in with the other wing on the other side. So we have the wings of our butterfly there. Now, I know the edge looks a little bit iffy there, but hey, we can always go back in with either the pink cardboard again, or if you even have a pen, that would also be good, just to fill that in. But now we get to move on to the last part of this, which is the antenna. The antenna, you don't really need it to be too big, but you just want it to be long enough so that it goes down into the bookmark. So I'm going to fold a little piece over and cut this off. What you ideally want to do is make a Y shape. What we do is we cut a V in this part here. This is a little bit rounder. So now what we want to do is we're going to take this, and now you only want to get the lower half with the glue like that. So we only want this bit with the glue, not the top part, because that top part is where we're going to show the antenna. So just take this, and then we're just going to tuck it in again here. Okay, now while all that glue is drying, I would suggest getting some paper or just something heavy to weigh it down so the glue can set properly, obviously making sure there's no glue left on top. This is butterfly number 2. So while the glue is drying, what we're going to do is we're going to go back in with the scissors and we are going to cut the edge of the wings. So that way you can see your page peeking out. And you don't have to do this, you can just stop here if you want to, but I want to see my beautiful butterfly's wings when I open up my book. Okay, like this, see? That way it looks a little bit more like an actual beautiful butterfly. And there we go. So now we're also going to cut off this bottom half down here too. So now, after it's dried of course, mine is still drying, so this probably isn't advisable to do now, but we can get some crayons or pencils or pens or even paint if you want to paint it. That's our swirly butterfly. That's still drying. And here is the one that I made earlier again, so you can see. Tried to make a little monarch butterfly there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this quick craft, and I hope to see you all very, very soon.